Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tapping in to Music and Cigars. I'm your host or your vlogger, Eddie Roy, and today I decided to try something new. Really didn't do too much homework on this cigar as I'm coming back from a 2 week break. The first week I was sick, and the second week I had a lot of busy stuff going on at work, and so I was just a little tired and fatigued. But I'm back, baby, and I decided to go with your Cuban stock Hecho Mano Royal Selection cigar. And so far, I can say that this cigar is not a bad cigar at all. I decided to do a hole punch, as you can see, and yeah, the first start of the cigar, I say, is very good. The cold draw before I smoked the cigar, it had a bit of a yeah. Most cigars have that hay taste, but this one's a little different. I couldn't put my hand on it and couldn't pinpoint what exactly I was tasting, but it tastes good. It was a little almondy. When I went to the cigar lounge, and I actually talked to the owner of Vintage Cigar Lounge here locally in Huntsville, I was telling him a little bit of flavor profile that I decided to want to try, and it hit almost everything that I desired. I asked him for something that was almondy, a little oaky, creamy, and he hooked me up with this cigar. So if you haven't already caught on, or if you skip through by chance, I'm smoking your Cuban stock cigar, Royal Selection. So yeah, it's not a bad cigar at all. So I hope everyone is doing well. I have been working more on my podcast as far as my uploading real episodes. This is just me vlogging. But like I said, in the beginning of my videos, if you go to the beginning of when I started vlogging at first, I love the fact that I have an audience that's growing for me, growing with me. I remember when I had just 0 followers. Now I have 42 subscribers, and I really appreciate each and every one of y'all. I know some of you maybe were looking forward to looking at the video of the cigar that I chose to do a review on, and the artist that I chose to talk about. But like I said, life just kept lifing. I got a lot of things going on as far as work and home and stuff like that. So thank you for bearing with me. And if you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe, for I have more content coming out. I'm actually working on doing a podcast for just that, talking to various different artists, reviewing and interviewing them, and as well as reviewing a diverse range of cigars. So if you're interested, if you know someone who is into cigars, let them know. Hey, Eddie Roy, Music and Cigars on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and I have different content coming in from here on out. So without further ado, since we talked a little bit about the cigar, I'm going to talk about the cigars that I've tried so far that really really mellowed me out. Really was an enjoyable cigar, and one of my most favorite, besides this one, because this will probably be my new favorite cigar because of the flavor profile that I desired. But I really like to smoke your Leaf by Oscar, Connecticut. I think that's one of the most enjoyable cigars that you can ever try, because you can smoke that cigar pretty much any time of day. Morning, noon, evening, after dinner, after lunch, after breakfast, you name it, you can smoke that cigar pretty much any time of the day, and you'll enjoy it. It's various different types of cigars out there, different brands, different flavors, different blenders out there. But that particular cigar is, that I'm looking for is a Connecticut cigar. I really like that cigar. As far as flavor profile, if you like anything flavorful, I would recommend going with something like your Groovy Blue, which it has infused with French cognac and berries. But your Blue Sea cigar by Exotic Delicioso is actually a good cigar as well if you like flavorful cigars. I'm not a big menthol type of taster. I don't really like the mint taste at all, but I have heard that there were cigars out there that like it. So if you're smoking cigarettes and probably want to find something that's it's a little less harsh, because when you smoke cigars, you're basically tasting it for the flavor, and you're not inhaling it in your lungs. If you speak to your tobacconist or look on Google and find out what cigars are actually good that taste like mint, they have cigars that taste like mint. It's just all on your palate. It all depends on your palate and your flavor profile on what you decide to smoke that day. So yeah, definitely recommend trying to smoke that cigar that you like, and never paint yourself in a box or in a corner when it comes down to cigars. So I'm looking to collab with brands that are out there that are wanted to get their cigars um, ordered. Any clubs out there. I'm looking to partner up with maybe affiliate marketing. Um, any opportunities out there. Not all opportunities are good opportunities, but some are. And so I'm definitely looking for some people to businesses to partner up with their cigars. I have merchandise that I've been working on with music and cigars that I've actually been trying to set up. So I have merch and T-shirts and hats, and maybe have lighters, one day cigars if I could, ashtrays with the logo on it. I got a little big thing. I got some big things that I have in mind that I want to actually bring into uh, fruition. So uh, definitely be on the lookout for merchandise in the upcoming future. Um, if you would like to donate to this podcast and this channel, you can always donate, because this channel is not yet monetized. And so if I'm bringing you good information, if you enjoy watching the show, if you don't have to donate, but if you do, the Cash App is at money sign Eddie Roy 90, capital E, capital R, and the numbers 90. So yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna transition on out to what I've been looking at for artist wise. There are a few different artists that came out with some good albums out there, and I'm excited to tell you all about them. One of the artists that I've been following for a while is J. Cole. J. Cole recently came out with an album called Might Delete Later. And man, a lot of people, I've heard mixed reviews. My personal opinion is that, it's a great album. I'm looking forward to the fall off. I did hear where he made shots towards Kendrick Lamar on 7 Minute Drill. I thought that was a pretty interesting, if I might say. But if you haven't already, check out the album Might Delete Later. The song that I like the most on there would probably be Hunting Rabbits. I like the beat. I like what he said on there. There's a couple of bars that it just was like, I was like, wow, you know what I'm saying? He had a bunch of songs on there that I like about that album. But if you haven't already, definitely check out Might Delete Later. I think that J. Cole actually apologized to Kendrick Lamar, which I think was a big deal, or big of him to do, because we seen rap beefs in the past where they get ugly, and I just don't want to see two of the great of our generation's great. I'm a millennial. Our generation of greats go down the path of Biggie and Tupac, Nas and Jay Z. As you see, Nas and Jay Z made amends, and that was a big thing. So, in our culture of hip hop and rap. So, yeah, I think it was a big of Jay Z to apologize. Some may think he was soft, and he was scared of the smoke, but he wasn't scared of the smoke. I just think that he see a bigger picture, and to my knowledge, I think that, and to my understanding, I think that J. Cole is ahead of his time anyway. Although, like I say, he's a millennial just like I am. So yeah, I think he's like 35, 36, if I'm not mistaken. Another artist that I like, that I think you all should listen to, is that Future. Future haven't came out with some good albums in a long time, but this one, folks, is definitely an album. He came out with an album called "Still Don't Trust You" featuring Metro Boomin, and then he came out with another album following that called "We Still Don't Trust You," and he has a song on there that I enjoy listening to. I was playing it in the car with my family, just because I love music a lot, and my whole family knows that I like music. So I was actually playing this song called "Amazing," and he sampled Genuine. Ain't none of your friends been business. I think that's the feature. I mean the song, but he actually had a song on there featuring Ronald Osley as well. That was a good piece too. So if you haven't already, Future. If you don't remember, I remember when Future came out with the same damn time. They try to break me down. I'ma go harder. All those songs. I remember when he first came out with Pluto. Thought it was a drought. All those songs. That was a big shift in our culture because we have never heard anything like that except for somebody as close as maybe what's his name, T-Pain. T-Pain came out with a song like that. His sound is different, kind of like an auto-tune sound, but Future's sound is different because it's kind of like his voice and auto-tune, and he just mixed it well to where he's mastered that auto-tune to the fullest. And it hasn't got any tiring. You haven't grew tired of listening to Future. A lot of people, they played out the iTunes pretty bad, but if you still listen to Future, if you're a Future fan, definitely worth something listening to. Check out "We Still Don't Trust You." The last artist that I would like to mention is none other than your boy, your man, Don Trip. Don Trip, man, we hear you. A lot of people in the South don't know who you are, but people up north and the West Coast and East Coast, I don't know they fully know who you are just yet. But Don Trip, Dontrip, that brother got some good hits, man. He got a album, and don't think anything of the title, because if you listen to the album from the beginning to the end, you'll know exactly what the album is about. He's not a devil worshiper, but the name of the album is called "Before the Devil Knows I'm Dead." Man, that whole album go hard, man. I'm gonna tell you, that whole album goes hard. He has a song on that album called "90s R&B." I'm really fucking with. He has another song called "Guilty Verdict." Great song. And just his metaphors, man, he getting better and better. Ever since I've listened to Starlito, and I heard him featured on Starlito's album, which Starlito is, if you don't know, He's a rapper from Nashville. They call it Cashville. And I remember back in the early 2009s while I was in college and riding around with a friend of mine named Rod. We would listen to Starlito. And then from ever since then, I became a Starlito fan. One album he came up with, Step Brothers. And Step Brothers, Step Brothers is a brand or an album featuring Just Don Trip and Starlito. So if you're a Starlito's fan, you're almost a Don Trip fan automatically. If you're a Don Trip fan, you might be a fan of Starlito automatically, simply because they came out with Step Brothers 1, 2, and 3. Well, now hold on just a second. Sometimes I like to use matches. Most of the times I like to use lighters as well. But my cigar went out, and I had to light that joker back up. So, but yeah, if you're a huge fan of Don Trip, you might be a fan of Starlito. And those two collaborating together, I remember they did a song featuring Young Dolph, R.I.P. Young Dolph. They did a song featuring Young Dolph, and that was a great song, great collaboration. I wish I could have heard more of Dolph, Don Trip, and Starlito, simply because it was a great collaboration between the three. So, like I said, those are my 3 top artists that I've been listening to so far. I hope that y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. Share with a friend that's into music. Share with a friend that's into cigars, because I can assure you, y'all are about to see me transition and elevate into a whole nother level. And I want you all to grow with me. Like I said, this channel started with just 0 followers. I was a little discouraged when I made the videos, but as I started seeing people subscribe, I got encouraged and motivated to make more videos for y'all. I was a little shy about making videos and nervous about making videos, but I'm starting to get a little more comfortable in front of speaking to an audience and to a camera. So thank y'all for supporting me. Y'all tap in if you know anybody who would like to be on the show. Please visit musicandscigars.com. If you type it in on Google, you'll see my logo at the top. I might be number 3, depends on where you at, but on a list. But it's Music and Cigars. You sign up for free. Only thing it is going to ask you for your email. And you can share a cigar that you like to smoke as well. Or if you're a music connoisseur or a cigar connoisseur and would like to be, join on to the show, hey, hit me up. Sign up. I'll get back with you and we can discuss music and cigars. Thank y'all for tuning in, and y'all have a good day. Peace.